Because you have something good, then people start to help you. I was rejected for so many times, as I said this morning. Over 30 jobs applied for, rejected. I applied for a KFC. 24 people, classmates went there together. 23 accepted. I was rejected. 5 people went for police, for a job in police. 4 people accepted. I was failed. And my cousin and I waited for a 2 hours long queue to be the waiter of the 4-star hotel in my city. In a very, very hot day, my cousin's score was much lower than mine. He was accepted, and I was rejected. So, is it fun? No, not fun at all. It's very painful. But I get used to it. Everybody, remember, you have to get used to failure. If you cannot get used to failure, just like a boxing, if you cannot get used to being hit, how can you win? So I get used to that. And today, I'm sharing experience with a lot of entrepreneurs. I've got a Huban University training entrepreneurs. The thing we teach the entrepreneurs are different from Harvard MBA. The MBA teach everybody successful stories. When you read too many successful stories, people got it crazy. They think I can be successful. When you share a lot of failure stories, you learn. So when I start Alibaba, I give failure stories, cases to every of my colleagues. Let them read it. Let them we discuss. No matter how smart you are in your business, in your way, you will make the same mistake again and again. The way we share the failure story, not want you to avoid mistakes, is teach you how to face the mistakes when you're in trouble. So as young people, in our life, there is always opportunity. There is always chance. There is always a failure. The thing is how you survive from failures. When you're rejected, how you survive from that. This is I learned. Even to today, people say, Jack, you are probably one of the most influential people. Anything you want to do, you can do it. No. A lot of things I cannot do. A lot of things. I failed. And I worry much more than I was 1995, or worry much more when I 1999 when I built up my company. Because at that time, I only take care for 18 people. Today, we have in our company 56,000 people. And today, in our company, when we start to do business, I tell you the interesting story. People say, how can I do e-commerce? Because 1999, year 2001 or 4, nobody believed that they can buy and sell things online. Nobody trusted. You don't have money, you don't have a credit rating system, you don't have a payment, you don't have logistics, you don't have internet. The internet speed was so slow. But look at Kenya. When I arrived yesterday, the speed, oh my God, I have never seen such a luxury speed. Much better than America. But I bet a lot of people still complain the speed. Right? Because those people love to complain. They complain all their lives. The speed was bad, nothing. The government is not ready. And sometimes, not sometimes, most of the times, if the government did not know what's going on, it's the opportunity. If your people around you does not agree with you, that's the opportunity. If everybody love it, if everybody want to do it, there's no opportunity for you because the other people are smarter than you are. So I would say nobody trust internet. And I told 18 founders, I say, I believe internet will be the future. I believe China will have e-commerce. Because they say, then there is no payment. We say, let's build the payment. And they say, there's no logistic. Let's build the logistic. And there's no government support. Let's say it's good. They will support us someday. When we launched the Tmall Taobao, year 2003, very interesting. I have 7 people. I say, guys, tomorrow we're going to launch the Taobao, but we don't have anything to sell. Can you go back home and search for something so we can list it on our site with the people to come to buy? Everybody came back. 7 people, we gathered 21 products. We listed on the website. We waited for 72 hours, nobody come to buy. So we buy among ourselves. Testing the products. And then several weeks later, somebody come to sell. Because nobody want to buy, people come to sell, list something. We buy all the things. For the first 2 weeks, we bought, 2 months, we bought all the garbage. Full of because we want to making sure something that you can buy and sell. From that day to last year, we sold 550 billion US dollars. That is ranking 21 countries GDP-wise in the world. We are a little bit bigger than Argentina. We created more than 33 million jobs for China. By the way, Minister, we have delivered over 65 million packages per day. 65 million packages per day all over China and the world. This thing, nobody believed it. We did not believe it. I thought internet would be big, but I never thought it would be that big. But say, guys, it was big compared to yesterday, but compared to tomorrow, future, it is tiny. I believe 80% to 90% of the business in the future will be online. Today we call people entrepreneurs. Many years later, we call netrepreneurs because everybody has to be online, called the net entrepreneurs. Today you can only sell in Nairobi. You're a good, successful person here, but in the future, if you cannot sell your products all over Africa, if you cannot sell things across the countries, you're not a business people. The world is changing very fast. And I'm not scaling you guys. I worry about the new technology. This is the third technology revolution that a human being face. The first technology revolution takes about 50 years. Second, 50 years. This is 50 years. We're going to have another 30 years, which is very important. The first technology revolution caused World War I. Second technology revolution caused World War II. And this is the third technology revolution. The first technology revolution reduced the human energy. So we know humans are not as strong as machine. The second technology revolution released the distance, speed of human beings. So we know we can never run faster than planes and trains. This technology revolution released the human brains. So don't be scared. Machine will be smarter than we are. And imagine, past 20 years, we make people like a machine. In the future, we'll make machine like a people. And data, internet, artificial intelligence, machine intelligence, all the things coming up, the world is facing big challenges. A lot of jobs that we think 5 years later it will be great jobs, or it's going to disappear. And this is the challenge to the world. But this is also the opportunity of the world. I think change is the best opportunity. People complaining is the best opportunity. A company, if you want to be successful, is not how much you are. We got how much money you have. Because we see so many companies have so much money, they are not necessarily can survive. It's what problem you can solve for the world. One of the things I want to share with you that my specialty of as a CEO of the company, I always think about the future. I think about what the world will look like, what China will look like, what my neighbors will look like, what's the problem they will have in 5 or 10 years. If this is the problem that's going to happen to China, if this is the problem that's going to happen to my customers, if this is a problem to my neighbors, if I can fix that, if I can start to prepare now, 5 years later, I will be a successful person. Think about the future. Do not think about, if I do this, I'm going to be very successful. No, if I do this, I can solve a lot of problems at that time. That is the value that we bring. The world is challenging. And a lot of people complain, where's the opportunity? Opportunity always exists in the place where people complain. When people complain, think about, how can I solve it? If I can solve it, I have the chance. And where's the opportunity? When change comes, that's the opportunity. If there's no change, big business, rich people, powerful people, always there. Think about how internet can solve Kenya problem, how internet can solve the African problems. Without the internet, I don't think any small business, any young people in Africa, you have a few opportunities to sell your things across the other country. Only big companies have. So I think this is the greatest opportunity we have. And I think, as I said, people hate globalization. People don't like global trade. I like globalization. I'm a strong believer of globalization. But unfortunately, last 20 years, globalization was controlled by 60,000 big companies. Most of the young people, small business, women, developing countries don't have this chance. But internet comes, this will change. This is what I believe. And using internet to empower everybody. So I would say that we are lucky people. We are lucky because we're entering into a very, very interesting period. And I would say that Africa has the boat. I'm not coming here trying to inspire you. I'm coming here to tell the truth that this morning I found Africa has much more opportunity because you have young people. You have the whole world today is worried. I don't know why. Everybody's worried. The whole world today is puzzled. But Africa, I see people have a passion. People have ideas. People say, this is the future because I think we have nothing to lose. Europe has a lot to lose. America has a lot to lose. Those countries worry about losing. They have a lot of puzzle. But Africa, I don't think you have anything to lose. And I heard that a lot of Africa, there are so many opportunities, so many complaints, so many problems. That is the opportunity. If you want to be a big company, solve big problems. If you want to be a small company, solve small problems, complaints. All the people, I'm lucky enough, I'm traveling around the world. I see so many successful people, politicians, business people, scientists, artists. I find one quality that all the successful people share. They never complain. They are always optimistic. And the second, they always partner with good people. So this is something we are entering into a very interesting time. And Africa, you are the youngest